Hello guys, welcome to a brand new video. In today's video I'll be doing a full guide on how to complete the main hub world fast for your first time. This will be part of a 4-part series. Next episode will be the second world, Ghost World. Third video will be Backdoor, Blocks by HQ and the Void. Third world will be everything for like after rebirths. It was originally going to be like the first rebirth and then the second rebirth and beyond in this video, second rebirth and beyond being in another video, but I forgot to prepare things for Ghost World. So now the first thing you're going to want to do, because you've just spawned into the game, there's a few codes to try which will give you decent pets. For example, this one, I've already redeemed it. It will give you this pet, the G Hub, which is quite powerful. These stats aren't as high as you would have, because I have a rebirth called Pet Evolution, which basically gives increased pet stats. There are some other codes that I will put on screen if, for any reason, any of these codes expire. I'll just put that in the pinned comment, so check that if you're watching this far into the future. So, now the first thing you're going to want to do, go over here, you just click the ghost to vacuum them. It's quite simple, you don't have to hold down. This guy has a quest. I wouldn't recommend doing it because the pet it gives is worse than all the pets from the codes that I suggested. Same with this person over here. Okay, so future me here. I realized I forgot to mention vacuums and backpacks, which are quite useful. So basically what you're going to want to do is when you sell, you'll get the same amount of ectobits as you have ectoplasm multiplied by your pets. So when you want to sell, you're going to want to increase your backpack storage and your vacuum depending on how many ecto tokens you have. Obviously, bigger backpacks allow you to hold more ghosts at one time, and bigger vacuums allow you to vacuum faster. I would really recommend getting vacuum first and then backpack. If you have, let's say you have enough to buy the 8-bit pack, and then you can skip the 2 packs in between. You don't have to buy every single one, so make sure to skip. Once you've gotten enough to upgrade your antenna, you'll be able to see what it requires over here. Just click upgrade. You can go over here, complete this guy's quest. I highly recommend doing this guy's quest because it gives you the hoverboard. Sorry, as I was saying, I would recommend doing this guy's quest here because it gives you the hoverboard, which is significantly faster than just walking. So then you're going to unlock the junkyard. This is the incinerator. It's quite good for getting some items for like event bait, forest boss chest, basic vacuum gum. You probably won't be able to buy all of these because it requires you to level up your incinerator. But if you have any spare items, it might be a good idea to occasionally just burn a few items. You also can get some gems. Again, you won't get as many gems as I have because I have a higher level incinerator. Also with this quest, you only have to go up until you reach quest 6 and complete it, because after that you've already unlocked the hoverboard. I would recommend completing quest 7 because it gives you a few antenna parts, which is quite nice. Then once you've reached antenna level 5, you'll be able to go over here. Definitely complete this quest. It gives you a magnet. You have to complete all of the quests this time, but what the magnet does is see how when I pick up ghosts, you can take the items to you from without doing anything. This is what the magnet does. It's really helpful. Definitely get it. You will have to unlock the pyramid, which costs a large amount of resources. However, it is paced quite well. There are some other quests over here, like this quest, which is Infinite Quest. As you can see, it has got some requirements that might be a bit difficult, but it gives some pretty decent rewards. Again, you won't get as many gems because I have some rebirth multipliers for this. And then also if you go over here, there is another quest NPC, Ghost Hunter Michaela. I'm not sure if you require a certain antenna level to speak to them. I will include that in editing if it does. She basically just gives you extra hoverboard storage, which is quite nice. Then once you've completed these quests, go over to this beach area. You're going to want to complete Ghost Hunter Captain Finsley's quest line because it makes it so that instead of being able to only vacuum one ghost at a time, you can vacuum up to three, which is very helpful because it's roughly triple the vacuum speed. Unless you can instantly vacuum the ghost, which then it's just slightly faster because you don't have to wait for the vacuum stream to fully go into the vacuum before you can start vacuuming the next one. Over here, there is another quest, Ghost Hunter Blaze. I would recommend doing this, the pet quest, if your pet is weaker than this pet over here. Same for all the other pet quests. I'll include all the pets and like all the pet quests and what they give as well. Um, I you could get um you you don't actually have to do Ghost Hunter Dylan or Ghost Hunter Gabe because both their pets that they give, Intrepid Helper and 8-Bit, are worse than all of the code pets that I suggested. There's also Ghost Hunter Liz over here, who has a pretty powerful pet. It's only 3 quests, so you could try get it. I think it is better than Purple Pegasus, so I'll just complete this and show you the stats of it. Okay, so this is the pet Hypnotize. Its stats. Let me just quickly find it. Oh, here. It Okay, this is quite slow with the ecto tokens, but quite fast with vacuum speed. So if you have a bunch of vacuum like ecto tokens, but not a lot of vacuum speed, then this is definitely a pet I would recommend. Over here, there's bosses which will spawn every few minutes. There'll either be a boss or a vase. If you complete the boss, then you get a loot crate, which is quite useful because it gives these items called ecto pellets, which allow you to level up your pets really fast. It also can give you a mini version of the bosses, like over here. Where did they go? Over here, I've got a mini one of George the Gorilla. It's quite powerful, and it is quite rare, so don't like 100% try to go for it. Also, you will notice there's a few of these mini pet things scattered around the map. It's part of a puzzle to complete a quest called Ghost Hunter Archie's quest. If you're interested in it, I will link to a guide for it in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. Also over here, there's a settings menu. I would recommend you leave I'd recommend you turn off chat hints because they're not that useful. Boss notification and race notification are very useful because it basically just lets you teleport to the boss whenever it spawns, and races you need the race notification to be able to participate. I just have them off because I don't really need them. In various, I'd recommend having fast travel and if you have AFK unboxed, turn this on. Prompt teleport can be useful if you're like, but not really useful because it's only for when teleporting to a different world. So I'd recommend just leave it off. Auto delete commons might seem like quite good because your inventory will fill up with commons quite fast. However, I'd recommend leaving it off because there's quests later which require you to level up pets, and the higher tier pets require more XP, so having common pets is quite useful for them. Okay, I'm also going to show you a base now. So I'm just going to get some event bait. I'll explain how to get these fast in the backdoor guide. So let's just race notifications, turn them on. Event bait. So this is the notification you'll get. There's also going to be one for bosses. So there's three different types of races. This race, then there's an Easter themed race and a lava themed race, I think, um, which give you loot bags. You want to get as many of the speed bonuses as you can, obviously. Um, you will be competing against other people. These race coins, you can get them. They're just for cosmetics, but there will be other people in this, and the better you do, the better loot bags you'll get compared to the others. So it's important that you want to get as many of the speed things as you can. However, if you don't care about getting the loot bags, or if you're in a private server, go for the coins, because of the shop you can spend them at. I'll show you where that is. Also note, if you're looking at my hoverboard, the only reason it's slower now is because there's a bonus. Oh yeah, as you can see, I got 8 race coins from that, and one of each loot bag. As you can see from the difference in my hoverboard speed, that's because there's a bonus you get in the next world, which basically just lets you go fast on your hoverboard. Also, with this infinite quest giver, as you can see, it will occasionally give you this item called a gum loot bag. Now, what gums are is over here. If you go to the gum machine, you can basically just spend your items and then get different types of gum. I recommend completing Ghost Hunter Old Grand's quest because it gives you a special type of um, upgrade. I've currently got it disabled just so that I didn't show here. It's called the gum hotkey, and it basically just lets you equip any gum you want. So let's say I want to go faster and have my ghostly zoom gum. Just click equip, and then at any time you can just press T, and then today you've got the gum. What a gum loot bag does is it will give you 40 different gums randomly, depending on how far into the game you are. So if I were to open it now, I'd get obviously some better gums than if you were to open it in the main hub, because I've unlocked, as you can see, a much higher level antenna. So just a quick demonstration of what it will do. As you can see, quite a large range of gums. Obviously, you'll probably mostly just get basic gums and possibly ghostly gums, but they are quite good and useful if you want to get some gum. I'll have a list of all the different gums and what they do on screen. So anyway, that was all for this video. I will try get the Ghost World part out soon because this was quite short. I will be aiming to upload one video every week or 2 weeks. I'm not too sure right now, or do some live streams maybe. There will be quite a few live stream events where I just give away pets, such as these burrito cats, because I have way too many of them. Um, so if you want to get free pets, check those out, and I'll give some. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.